Now guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 23 Tottenham Hotspur career mode. Now in the last episode, in case you missed it, we started off on fire. We've had a very good transfer window and we managed to batter Southampton and Watford. Very, very different to the start of season number 1. It could have something to do with the sheer fact that we've brought a lot of new players in and we're starting to build this team to fit the way that we wanted to play. And none bigger than Luka Modric returning to Tottenham Hotspur. Wasn't the only one returning though. Lenley did return as well. I just really enjoyed using him in season 1, so I'm excited to see how he does. And then we've gone with some youth and Ivan Toney. Everybody wanted Ivan Toney, so we've gone with him. But we're not done with the transfers. There's some big moves still to happen at the club. And we kind of put it between these two boys right here, Zaniolo and Maddison. Biggest issue for me was the fact that you were very, very split on who we should sign. Like, literally, everybody was split. There were several comments for Zaniolo, several comments for Maddison, and I am not 100% sure right now who we should go for. I'm going to mull that over. While we play the first game of this episode, I'm going to mull it over, and I'm going to make my decision. I'm kind of leaning towards Maddison. I feel like he got the most comments, and it's probably about time that James Maddison got a big move to a big team here in the Premier League. Hopefully a team that's going to be playing Champions League football next season. We currently sit top of the league, thanks to back-to-back hat-tricks from Harry Kane, but we play Man City in this episode, so it's not all done and dusted. It's going to be interesting to see how the squad now can perform against a Manchester City. Those first two games were freshly promoted Watford and Southampton, who don't mind shipping a few goals from time to time. We've seen that. History repeated itself, so that does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that we are going to win the league. But maybe we will win the league this season. Imagine, season number 2, we go win the league. We're still waiting for the Europa League group to be drawn. We're going to get that in this episode, so I'm excited to see who we're going to be playing in the Europa League. We've made some transitions when it comes to players as well. As we're going to kick this one off, we're going to get a loan offer for Harvey White. He's going to go out on loan. Someone wants me to change his position, which I think we'll do after this loan deal. I'm going to delegate it though, because I don't want a loan with a buy option. Hopefully he goes and has another decent loan. If we can get him into the 70 rated, that would be good. Although I'm pretty sure dynamic youth potential from what I'm seeing is nowhere near as good as it used to be. This is a sign right now that we have got our Europa League group, and I'm excited to see who we're going to have. A competition I definitely think we can win. We're going to have Wolfsburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, and LASK Lynx. Lynx. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that is the team. I'm sure Tottenham have played them before as well. I mean, it's definitely a group we should be able to get out of. We should be able to win fairly comfortably, and then even if we win the Europa League, that's Champions League football right there. But we're top 4 this season. We are a top 4 team this season. This is going to be the starting 11 to take on Manchester City. They're fully fit and they're in good form. Of course, 2 victories already from their first 2 games, just like us. Doesn't seem to be that many changes as well to this initial starting 11 for Manchester City. Still Erling Haaland up top, bagging goals. I'm going to go with Harry Kane and Son this time out. Richarlison hasn't been brilliant at the start of this season, so I'm going to play Edwards in behind them, Kulusevski on the right mid, Sessegnon left, Modric, Yves Bissouma, Romero, Tanganga, Lenley. It is the usual at the back. And there is nothing like it absolutely chucking down in the middle of August. That is the weather we are used to here in England. Now, I'm feeling pretty confident coming up against Manchester City. I'm going to put that one out there here at the start of the game before we lose 5-0. But I'm feeling pretty confident. The squad have been playing some unreal football at the moment. Went 1 down against Watford. Let's not do that in this one. Let's have a dominating performance. And then we can kind of feel a little bit more confident that the team this season is going to be able to have really good patches of form. We couldn't have a stronger starting 11 at this current moment in time. I feel very confident about this starting 11 we're putting out there. Of course, Harry Kane in unreal form. Great ball out there instantly to Kulusevski. Kulusevski, good footwork. Great defending from Cancelo, though. Now Cancelo has just been unreal. But Tanganga being unreal there for us. Kulusevski now out wide. What can I do? I'm going to try and loft that one into Harry Kane and can't nod that one along, which would have been perfect. That cam position, the one we're trying to fix at the moment. Maddison. I think maybe it has to be Maddison. He needs to be given that opportunity, but I haven't decided yet. Mistake. Into Son. Oh, he hit it first time. I had enough time there to control it, and I didn't. Well, there's been a handball for Manchester City, which does mean your boy Yorkie is probably about to score this free kick. Young-min Son with a free kick. Beyond the post. Well, not even beyond the post. Wow, there was no power on that. How did I not get more power on that is beyond me. And it is opened wide up now for Erling Haaland, who doesn't really miss. Lloris with the save. Lloris is under a lot of pressure this season as well. Let's not make no bones about it. Lafont is waiting in the wings. That was, oh my God, what a great save again from Lloris. Did Lafont waiting in the wings. It does mean that He's going to have great performances this season because I'm not going to be beyond putting him out. That's 3-3 for Manchester City in the space of seconds, and Lloris has saved them all. Keep it up, Hugo. Keep that energy up. We need it. We're not getting any luck at the moment as Diaz then puts that over the bar. We've got to be better at defending these corners. And they then to Modric. A really good start back into life in the Premiership. That is great from Son to Harry Kane. Started the season on fire. Harry Kane makes it 1-0 Tottenham. Was there any doubt? Can't get over how good he is on this year's game. I said it in the last episode. I'm going to say it again in this episode. Harry Kane this year on the game is absolutely unreal. He's fantastic to use. Great ball over the top. Completely dusted the defenders. And he finishes those, right? There's no chance for Edison. They hit the back of the net. I pray that he can keep this level of form up as well. I'm not going to lie. I genuinely do pray he can keep it up. That was poor for Man City. Are they going to start making mistakes now? Because I'm already feeling a little bit more confident about our performance right now in this episode. That's a great ball to Kulusevski. Kulusevski! Oh my God, what a save from Edison. The 18 beating the home team. I can imagine Tottenham fans would be absolutely beside themselves with the level of form that we're showing right now. Can we start working our way forward again? Harry Kane. Son, he's going to look for him again. They're going to have let Harry Kane get through again. There's a shirt tug, but it doesn't matter. Harry Kane makes it 2. Is it going to be back to back to back hat-tricks for Harry Kane? Somebody stop this man at the moment because they can't. Not even Man City's defence can stop Harry Kane, and he just slots them home perfectly. Every time he goes clean through, I know it's going to be a goal. Pep Guardiola then, with some work to do here. At the start of this game, some work really needed. Son finding Harry Kane again, that link up, both of them so dynamic together. Some people wanted rid of Harry Kane. I don't think we'd be anywhere near where we are this season if it weren't for keeping him in the side. Kulusevski did well there. Harry Kane now finds Son. Can I link up again? Probably not, but Sessegnon's going to be on the ball there now. Into Harry Kane. That's great footwork for him. Across to Edwards. Edwards! Oh, what a save from Edison. We are tearing them apart. With that moment that they were absolutely unreal. But ever since that, we have been absolutely all over them. Tanganga can't get onto that. Can I fire it? Oh my God, what a save from Edison. Romero there nearly getting a goal. Luka Modric being in midfield is just, it's changing my life. Genuinely is. Haaland now. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I've made a massive mistake. Erling Haaland. What a save from Lloris. Our captain, Lloris, is doing a bang-up job at the minute. I've got no thought process in my head that I would ever get rid of him. That's a mistake at the back, though. We don't want to concede just before the halftime whistle is blown. We're going to get away with this. Lenley did brilliantly there. Sessegnon into Son. Son then into Edwards. Edwards then over to Harry Kane. And you could put your house on Harry Kane being offside. I thought it was going to be a hat-trick. Harry Kane was offside. This is not surprised, though, that they're making substitutions right now. Yuri Tielemans ended up at Manchester City. He's going to come on. See if he can have an impact in this game, because they are losing the midfield battle. Ball into Bernardo Silva now. But Yves Bissouma has been such an impactful player. Now, some of you guys want his number changing. I'm not against that. That's fine with me. I don't mind changing numbers. Harry Kane. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely. Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son to kill off the game. He's had a couple of opportunities now as Son. It seems any striker next to Harry Kane just doesn't stack up. I hate doing this, and I know it's against Manchester City, but we are going to have games coming thick and fast. I don't want to risk injury. Kulusevski and Harry Kane have been brilliant at the start of this year. They're both going to come off. Richarlison comes on, and so does Lamptey. If we can whip this one in with Son now. Decent ball in. Richarlison's not been on for long. Imagine if he scored instantly with his first touch. Rayleigh needs to get off the mark this season. I can't have too many games where Son and Richarlison can't find the back of the net. To Bernardo Silva. I'm just trying to press them back as much as possible. Sessegnon's done brilliantly. Richarlison will then return the favour to Sessegnon. Sessegnon now. Oh, he's got pace, hasn't he? Straight across to Son. Oh, great defending again. We're going to win the ball back, though. Modric now. Edwards from distance isn't going to do anything with it. Lamptey, what can he do? Get straight into the box to Edwards. Oh, Edison again with the save. He's been unreal. Lenley's done a really good job on Erling Haaland in this match. I'm not going to lie. That was poor, though. That was a poor clearance. And this is where we can find ourselves caught out of position. And we have been caught out of position. Phil Foden now. I can't get to him. And Ganga is going to keep pace with Phil Foden. Surely he's going to try and turn back on it. He's just going to run all the way. What's happened in this new patch? He just ran up. Phil Foden just ran all the way out. The final whistle is blown here at the Etihad. And Tottenham Hotspur stay top of the league after beating Manchester City. Harry Kane, again, it's been the Harry Kane show since the start of this season. and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. A new contract to Harry Kane at this stage is actually feeling like the most important bit of business we have done in this window. Now, we've got another transfer offer for Eric Dyer, this time Chelsea, and I'm slowly starting to think that maybe we should let Eric Dyer go. The squad is pretty beefy, and he's on a big wage for a rotation player. It's been pointed out. I'm going to try and negotiate this one and get more money, but we're getting the offers in for him. And at this stage of his career, he probably wants to be starting. He wants to at least be playing Champions League football. 23 million is a fair amount of money. There we go. Chelsea are going to pay 23 million. I don't like selling him to a rival, if I'm being honest, but are we worried that that's going to come back to haunt us? Not if I'm being 100% honest with you. Let's look at the squad now and see if we can just thin the team a little bit more. I'm tempted to send Lamptey out on loan, actually. Get him a loan deal, get him into those 80 rated areas, because Spence is going to play right midfield for us a lot this season, along with Kulusevski. I don't think it's a position we particularly need. I'm also very tempted to loan out Brian Hill and Oliver Skipp. I've really enjoyed using Oliver Skipp. Maybe Højbjerg plays there this season, Modric, Bentancur. We actually let Oliver Skipp go out on loan to improve even more. And the same there with Brian Hill, because I'd rather use Destiny this season alongside Sessegnon and Perisic in his last year at the club. He won't be here next season. That's when Brian Hill can really take over. Consensus as well with Lucas Moura. I think the best decision here is let him run out his contract and use him this year. He's super versatile. He works very hard for the club. It makes sense to keep him around, at least for this season. Been so good for Tottenham. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to give him this year. He's only going to be a rotation player, but let's keep him around and let him run out his contract. The same we'll do with Perisic. We have got a pretty big squad, and if I can reduce the numbers just a touch, I think that'll be important. And the squad here is about to get much bigger, because we are going to go in for James Maddison. I think he's been recommended the most out of everyone to make it as fair as humanly possible. We're going to try and get James Maddison in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. Let's see how much money he's going to cost me. I think realistically, let's go 40 million. I want the sum to be fairly realistic. Absolutely not. Okay, they're actually going to want quite a bit more. What about 47.8 million, Brendan? Okay, that's reasonable. I think 47.8 million for James Maddison is not a bad deal. See what kind of contract he wants as well. Now, it will feel like at this stage of the season as well, to be fair, it was mentioned that the squad is too big. And that purely will be because we're not playing all those games in Europe. The fixtures at the moment aren't very congested. Once they get more congested, that's when we're really going to need our extra players. If we can get some of those younger players out on loan, we will do. 100,000. This is a really decent deal. It's an easy contract. We've still not broken the 100 million mark. We've still got loads of money left if we find ourselves needing replacements in the summer. By the summer, I mean January. But here we go. Same cutscene. James Maddison in a suit, about to get on a bike. But also wanted to see the ratings, so I'll show it. But I mean, we got C's for everything. If this is a C as well, there we go. I mean, I'm literally just getting C's for everything. So it's like taking my GCSEs all over again. I just get C's. By the way, C is a pass. So let's remember that. Now, I didn't know that this happened. You can see there at the top of the screen, it says 3 out of 3 completed with the objective. Within 2 seasons, sign 3 of the best players in the world, 82 plus overall, remaining seasons 2. We've done it. We've achieved that already. That's really cool that it actually shows you that at the top of the screen. And now we're at a star, which, I mean, we've not been at a star since we've been at Tottenham. But now we are currently excellent. I'm not sure I actually want to do any more business in, to be fair, at this moment in time. I think I'm pretty happy with the transfers in. I might change my mind, depending on what's going to happen now in the rest of the window. But I do think in terms of transfers in, I think we've done good enough business. This was always going to be a building to the Champions League kind of season for us here at Tottenham, as we get a loan deal done here. I don't know why they always look... He looks absolutely devastated to go out on loan and actually play football. You're coming back. You do know that, pal. Another transfer offer for Lascelles, so it's a good bid as well. But I promised I would give him an opportunity this season. And we are gonna. I'm going to stick by that. I'm going to stick by my guns. But if he isn't getting game time come January, which he isn't at the moment, then he's definitely out the door. Just like Eric Dyer is now out the door as he leaves the club. See you later, Eric. It's been great to have you here. But it just made sense to let him go. I'd rather give Gahey the opportunity. Some of the rumours we've got going on at the moment is Diogo Jota there to Barcelona. That'll be an interesting one. And the latest deals are Chukwueze has gone there to Bayer Leverkusen, Griezmann to West Ham. So, I mean, there's some big deals going on. Is there any left for us in the window? I don't know. So when I look at the squad depth, we've got 4 goalkeepers, 7 defenders, 16 midfielders, which makes sense, and 9 attackers. So we just really don't need anyone right now, especially with the start of the season we've had. I think it just makes sense to keep the squad that we've got. And then in January, we can decide whether we need to go all out or not. I think this squad, with the changes we've made, is perfect. Kulusevski loan offer. I mean, of all the people that I put on the list and players that we want to move out of the club, Kulusevski is not one of those players. He's started the year on fire. That's a little bit weird, eh? With deadline day firing down, we really aren't seeing any offers for the players that we have put up, which is a bit of a shame. Bentancur transfer offer here, and it's PSG. Now, with this being PSG, us not having Champions League football, this is actually something we have to consider. I am not over the moon about letting Bentancur go, but if we are going to keep Illich and Skip at the club this season, by the looks of it, they're not going to get loan deals. This is actually something that we're going to have to negotiate and most likely accept. I want to bring up the price of this, though. I don't want to let him go. I've really enjoyed using him, but Luka Modric probably will play more than him this season. I want 10 million on what they've offered. Wow, they're actually going to say yes straight away, so Bentancur, I'm not too sure on that one, but we do try and have some realism here. When PSG come in for you, they're in the Champions League. We don't really have a leg to stand on in terms of forcing him to stay at the club. This is a huge move for the Uruguayan, when we can't really let him not have, and we have got 10 million above his, well, over 10 million above his market value. Also helps that we're not super weak in midfield. Højbjerg, Skip. We've also now got Madison who can play there, Modric, Yves Bissouma, Lo Celso, Illich. I actually think it's a position where we can afford to let someone go and not be pushed into signing someone right now. And there we go. We actually get the deal done. That's it. He's going to be leaving the club. Really enjoyed using him. He was super important as our playmaker here in season number 1. I think in season number 2 with Luka Modric coming in, and I'm trying to get Illich to be that playmaker of the future for us. It's a little bit sad, but I mean, the deal makes sense, right? It makes sense at this time and the stage of his career that he moves to PSG. I haven't got long left, and there'd have to be something crazy now to change my mind in terms of who we sign. Perisic transfer offer to Napoli. Now, we were going to keep him this season. He's not seen any game time. He's unlikely to see any game time. I think we give him the opportunity to actually go and retire in Italy. Sessegnon and Destiny are the future of that left mid position. I'm going to accept it. There's no way I would ever let him go to AC Milan, of course, with his history at Inter Milan, but I feel like I'll let him be part of that Napoli project. Obviously, I don't know if they'll manage to get the deal done in time, but yeah, I feel like that makes sense. We're trying to cut the size of the squad down just a little bit, and that kind of transfer for him makes sense at this stage of his career. Castrovilli is linked, and we wanted Castrovilli, but I just don't think it's the move right now. Sessegnon, again, this time Chelsea. We're going to reject it. If we got a crazy bid for Sessegnon, though, from one of the big sides, I'd probably have to accept it. More outstanding in at the moment, which was always going to happen because of the size of the squad. Are they going to get that one deal done? It looks like they're not. It does look like he's going to be staying 2 years for Richarlison at Inter Milan. I love you, Inter, but not happening. And that's it. The deal does actually not go through, and Perisic will be staying at the club, which is absolutely fine. Let's just take a look at the transfer history here. I just want to see some of the biggest deals that have been done here, and Jota to Barcelona and Tomori to Real Madrid were huge deals. 110 million and 104 million are crazy. They've gone and taken that money for Jota and gone for Odegaard, so Arsenal, our biggest rivals, will be weaker this year. And Liverpool, who had a mixed season last year, will be stronger. PSG really spending the money. They're going to be going for the Champions League. There's no doubt about that. I can't believe Schick is worth 85 million to Juve. Juve are notorious for doing bad business. And that's bad business. Davies to Barcelona as well. So their spending has not slowed down at all. Bruno Fernandes to Borussia Dortmund. That's an interesting one. Gavi to Wolfsburg. That opens up the opportunity for us to sign Gavi. I've never signed Gavi from Barcelona, but the fact now he's playing at Europa League Wolfsburg, that opens the door. Ignacio there to Newcastle. There's been a lot of big deals. There's been a lot of big players move around. Some really weird ones. So, I mean, say what you will about that. Arsenal have got massively worse. Like, I'm not even seeing Arsenal bringing in really anybody here. Arsenal have gone downhill, if you ask me, with some of the transfers they've done. But it does look like Newcastle have splashed the cash a little bit more. They might be more improved this season. And Andre Silva going to Aston Villa. Had a really good time with him on last year's game. We're still going to get some loan offers. Bryan Gil here, Manchester City, we're going to reject because I just don't think he'd ever go there. It wouldn't make sense. He's not going to play for them. But at least we're still getting the offers, and maybe we'll get a short loan for him as the season goes on because he's going to have limited time. But who do we have next? Oh, wow. It starts to get a little bit sticky now. We're going to have Fulham, Wolfsburg, Leicester in the cup. I think we're going to play this Wolfsburg game, though, to round off the episode. Just do 2 games this episode, considering all the transfers that have happened. And then the next episode, Liverpool, Leicester, Manchester United. I mean, this is going to be a crazy September for us. A loan offer for Brian Hill, and now we're going to actually delegate this one because I only want 1 year. Actually, 1 year? No, I just want a short loan, but he can go to Roma. And if that boosts our relationship with Roma, that'd be massive because who knows? We might be knocking on the door for Zaniolo next season or even Tammy Abraham. You guys have really pushed for me to sign him. But Fulham up next. And I'm going to go pretty much full strength, to be 100% honest with you, because this game here in Europe should be a much easier game. So I'm going to go near enough as full strength as expected. It won't be Maddison's debut. It will be Kane and Richarlison up top with Son in behind and the usual back line. Let's see if we can get a win. This is going to be a quick sim. Hopefully, first quick sim of the season. Fulham beat me in a quick sim last time. We don't lose this time. Richarlison getting his first goal of the season. Lucas Moura being that ultimate bench player, coming on and bagging us the goal, which ends up being the winner. Brian Hill loan deal done and accepted. So he will go to Roma in the January window. It'll probably be his last loan at the club. After that, we'll decide if we're going to sell him or if we're going to keep him, what we're going to do there. Oh, a Lamptey loan offer, but it's Man United. Man United doesn't make sense for him. 2 years would have never happened, but yeah, I don't see him going to Man United. The Wolfsburg up now, and the thing is with the Wolfsburg game, we play Liverpool straight after. So this is going to have to be rotated. Hugo Lloris will be out. It will be Lafont's first game for Tottenham. I'm actually going to play Mark Gahey as well. I think maybe Lenley in the centre because he's left-footed and Romero at the right centre-back position. If there's any position maybe we should have strengthened, it would be centre-back. So keep a mind of centre-backs for the January transfer window. This is the starting 11 then. In the end, we're going Ivan Toney with his first start for the club, as well as Maddison's first start for the club, and Lafont's first start for the club, and Mark Gahey's first start of the club. As you can tell, massively rotated. Højbjerg next to Luka Modric in this one. Edwards is going to play as the right midfielder. I do feel like we should be winning this game on opening day in the Europa League. Might not have been the European competition that we wanted to be in, but this is where we are. This is the situation we're in. There are a lot of debuts in this one. I have made a mistake. Mark Gahey should not be the captain. Tifo being James Maddison in this one, which is a little bit interesting. But a lot of the new boys are going to get a massive opportunity here against Wolfsburg. It's one we should be winning at home as well. 100% without a doubt, we should be winning this kind of match. And I'm excited to see how different this squad is now as well, to be 100% honest. Now, I know for you guys, you didn't get a video today, which is Wednesday, and you didn't get one on Tuesday, and I know I said I would upload, but if you do read the community tab, unfortunately, there was a funeral in the family. There wasn't really much I could do about it. I've been super busy. I'm getting to sit down and record it now. It's been super important for me to do that. If you've had a lot of comments and I haven't replied to them, I am extremely sorry. On that first episode, I know there were a lot of them. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and get through them. So, again, I appreciate the support. You absolutely smashed it with that episode. I think it's one of the best videos we've had apart from episode number 1. So thank you very much for that, guys. It is without a doubt appreciated. As Ivan Toney kicks this one off, big day for him. Let's see how we can perform. Now, we really have started to build this team to play how Yorkie wants us to play for. Oh, Maddison down there early. God, imagine an injury to him instantly. But we have built the team to be a little bit more tiki-taka. And that is exactly where we're going with this squad and exactly where I want us to keep going with this squad and for the future. Now, we might have left ourselves short at centre-back, but I think we'll be okay. Moranchuk there doing a decent job instantly. He was someone I believe you guys wanted me to sign. Oh, I've messed up. It's 1-0. Moranchuk scores. You wanted him. I didn't get him. And he's just made it 1-0 Wolfsburg. That is horrendous defending. Lafont concedes his first goal for Tottenham. Concentration levels from Yorkie, very much lacking there. Maybe I need to fix that up a little bit in this one. The rotated players need to have good performances. That's great from Maddison. And that's what I'm expecting from him, actually. I had the needle kind of pass in. He's got the ability to do that. This is good play instantly. Modric links up with Ivan Toney, who I know can just control the ball. Luka Modric's first goal for Tottenham Hotspur. It's saved by the keeper. What a moment that would have been. And straight back in the game. We can do it. We know we can come back from a goal behind. That was unreal play. If Ivan Toney's going to play like that all season. Corner goal. Corner goal. Richarlison makes it 1-1 Tottenham. And just like that, we are right back in this match. It did not last long, that lead for Wolfsburg. Great ball in for Modric. Again, I was saying if Ivan Toney keeps doing that, if these boys keep playing like this, fantastic. But Richarlison needed that. He scored against Fulham. I needed the corner goal, to be honest with you. But now he scores against Wolfsburg. Let's go on and win this match. Liverpool on the horizon. These guys might not be the usual starting 11, maybe apart from Maddison. I think he'll probably be our starting cam as time goes on, but we will see. There's a lot of games to be played this season. And like that. Into Luka Modric, who's been brought down by Svanberg, who is on a yellow. This is going to be an early red card here for Wolfsburg. Modric is fuming. I don't blame him. That was reckless. That is 2 yellows and a red. What an opening 15 minutes to this Europa League game. Can we just point that out? Absolute chaos. Well, now we have the advantage. Passes like that, though, Højbjerg. I need to remember that I was using Højbjerg there. I can't make that pass. If that's Luka Modric, who wins the football back, he's just the MVP right now. Maddison. Out to Højbjerg. Oh, sorry, Edwards. What can Edwards do now? Good footwork from him. That's good play in. James Maddison. He's got great footwork. Luka Modric now from distance. Oh, imagine if he scores that. He is looking very good. You sign in for your Spurs team, you'll know. We're 2 episodes in, so there's a lot of time to go. But Luka has been just really good to use. Fantastic to use. We're whipping another decent corner. Can we get another goal? Imagine Richarlison's going to be there again. Going to try and beat his man. We're going to win the header. What is going to happen there? It wasn't a good header. Ivan Toney will win that. Richarlison! Oh, it's well blocked. They are living on the edge at the moment, Wolfsburg, and we are trying to put the pressure on them. Romero has won that back from Brekalo. Oh, that could be good. Højbjerg finds Richarlison, the wrong touch, but it was still a good shot. And another great save from the keeper. Modric there. That is fantastic. Richarlison into James Maddison. Oh, he got 0 power on it. They make a mistake. And they can't keep making them. Richarlison. Maddison. Oh, he's found Ivan Toney brilliantly. Ivan Toney should be making it 1-2-1 Tottenham. Terrible with scores at the moment. Just got excited that Ivan Toney might be scoring. Ball forward now, that. Madamchuk. Oh, that's worked out lovely. Lafont needs to come out and do better. Oh, my God. 2-1 Wolfsburg, even with a man down and how much we've dominated. That was very sloppy from Tottenham. May not be the usual back line, may not be the usual goalkeeper, but that is actually poor from Lenley and extremely poor from Lafont. I think he's got to do better, right? Wolfsburg lead at the half. They've got a man less, but it strikes again having a red card, doesn't it? I just can't understand how we haven't found the back of the net more. I think when we look at the statistics, it's been pure domination, but we've managed to concede 2. Might be something we need to work on. Yeah, 8 shots for Tottenham, only 2 for Wolfsburg. Find themselves in the lead. Oh, Destiny's done brilliantly there. Ivan Toney now. He's going to wait. He's going to find Maddison. Maddison. He'll pull that back for Ivan Toney. Big opportunity for Ivan Toney. And it's saved again by the goalkeeper. Fantastic save. We started the second half lively, which is what I needed and what I wanted. That's a great win by Lenley. Maddison's footwork there is good as well. And his ball in to Ivan Toney was pretty decent. And Ivan Toney's ball in naily to Richarlison. Edgar did brilliantly. Edwards should pick this up, though. Edwards will pick this up. He do now. Needs to be good footwork. Whatever he does. I can't really find an outpass. We're going to find the outpass there to Luka Modric, though, who's not going to find Richarlison. I spotted James Maddison. Oh, this is lovely. James Maddison for his first goal for Tottenham on his debut. Absolutely superb for Maddison. That will be massive for him. He'll want to have big opportunities for England while he's playing for Tottenham. He really will. That was a great ball, though, by Destiny. This is a fantastic pass to spot that run and a cool, calm, collected finish from Maddison. Right after that, though, a couple of changes. We've got some tired legs. Luka is coming off. Ivan Toney comes off as well for Lucas Moura. I mean, he's been known for bagging important goals in these situations. We need to go on and get the winner now. 3-2 is not the ideal result, but considering the squad rotation, the match sharpness, I wouldn't be too fussed with Maddison. Maddison then with Ilic. Ilic out wide to Destiny. Destiny to make it 3-2. What a massive moment for that young man as well. The young boys here of Tottenham Hotspur are really making a massive statement. Great play, cut them wide open. Of course, we've got 11 men to their 10. And that's a good finish from the really high-rated lad. Because you guys have been saying Destiny Adoji is a must-use. And I'm starting to feel it. Him and Sessegnon could easily be the future of that left side of midfield. Oh, that's worked out very well. Edwards now, if he's clever, it's not a bad ball into Richarlison. He gets his foot on it. He's just beyond the post. Well done, James Maddison, for your debut and a goal. I really enjoyed using him, actually. Looked very good. Brian Keeley's going to play in that position. We need to remember he can play there. And Lo Celso will play on the right side of midfield. We do have very versatile players. That's one thing I will say about this squad. Gavi finally coming on for a Wolfsburg debut here for them. We do have very versatile players. And that is... it's massive for me. It is full time here in our first home game in the Europa League. And we come out unscathed. There's definitely issues there. We shouldn't have conceded 2. They were clinical, though. Let's give them that. They were clinical when they scored their 2. With a man less, we went on. We got the job done. A lot of rotation in this one. And the rotated squad really performed well, which is what we didn't have on last year's season. And this one, I think we might actually have it. This team rotated was good. James Maddison with a debut goal was great to see as well. Destiny is fantastic. It's just really good to see that we've got some rotation players in this team now that I know could do damage. Shakhtar Donetsk won their game 3-2 as well. So 3-2 seemed to be a bit of a theme there. Only 2 days on, as we have a loan offer here for Oliver Skipp from Chelsea. We're going to reject it because I think at this stage we might actually end up using him. We will now take on Liverpool, but that will be for the next episode, as Brian Hill here is going to be loaned out. It will be for the next episode. And it's not just going to be Liverpool. We're going to take on Man United straight after. And if you've been watching the first season of this series, Man United are my bogey team. We have 6 points better than Liverpool at the moment, though. So who knows what's going to happen. I would love it if we can come out of that game with a big victory. That's going to be it for me. That's going to be it for this episode. I appreciate you all, guys. You're all absolute legends. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. Smash a like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you for the next episode, where I'm excited to see how we stack up against Liverpool and Manchester United.